Hey everyone, hope you're all okay. So I've just finished filming a makeup tutorial, which is an everyday makeup routine that I'm kind of wearing now. I'm going to upload that after this video though, so yeah, watch out for that if you like the makeup I'm wearing. But I thought that I should really upload the one I'm going to film now, which is my 12 favourites of 2012, because obviously I'm really late because we're now almost February. But I still really wanted to do, I just haven't been around to it because I've had a lot of essays and stuff, but I handed my last one in yesterday and then had a really good night out, so sorry if I'm kind of a bit worse for wear today. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do my 12 favourites of 2012 rather than just my 2012 favourites because, I don't know, I really love watching whether people go through kind of like every category, but I thought it was more interesting for me to just choose my 12 kind of top favourites over makeup, skincare, body, tanning, nails, kind of like I've tried to go for a bit of everything. So I'm just going to dive straight into it because obviously there's 12 things to get through and I have cheated a bit because I found 12 things really hard to choose, and some things I've combined, and I've also got 13 things, so I might leave something out or I might just do 13, which completely ruins the whole point of doing 12. Okay, I'll try and pick 12, but anyway, moving on. And they're not in any order because I'm not kind of going to rank them because you can't really compare them, but I'm just going to take what is in front of me and show you. So my absolute favourite lip product of 2012 has to be the Revlon Kissable Balm Stains. These are absolutely incredible. As you can see, I own 4 of them. I have Romantic, which is a red shade. I have Charm, which is a peach. I have Crush, which is a berry, and I also have Lovesick, which is a bright pink. And these are kind of all you would need from a lipstick collection. There's kind of one there to suit your mood for every day. They just apply really easily. I have Lovesick on today, and they last just so long and they fade really evenly. And they're so pigmented, and I just think they're amazing, and they're dupes for the Clinique Chubby Sticks, but with only like an £8 price tag, so get yourself some of those if you haven't already. Kind of keeping on the theme of makeup, my favourite foundation of 2012 has to be the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. I started off not really liking this. I found it a bit too glittery, but I think where there's kind of not a lot of sunlight right now, you can't notice the shimmer at all, and it just really makes your skin look so much better just in a flash. It's amazing for those tired, dark, cold mornings. And I bought this one yesterday for like £6. The one I had before that I got for £5 off on an offer. Yeah, it's just an amazing drugstore foundation, and I think rivals like really high-end ones. Now moving on to some body product, I have the Soap & Glory Righteous Butter. I love Soap & Glory. I think, drop the lid, I think they're just absolutely amazing products. As you can see, this one is well loved and they smell just out of this world. Like, I've never found a body butter that makes my skin smell as good as this one does, and it's so moisturising with it. This is just a mini tub, which is great for travelling as well. And I just think, I don't know, Soap & Glory is such a great product. So probably kind of like Soap & Glory is a favourite of 2012 overall, but particularly the body butter is something I will never go without. Next up, I have my first cheat, which are 2 kind of eye things that I think go together really well to make an overall favourite. So I have the Maybelline Colour Tattoos. I know this kind of looks a bit stupid of a collection to own, but they're so cheap because only like £5 a pot, which is why I have so many of them. I'm not really going to open them all for you because that would just take forever, but I have 2 Cool, which is one from America. I have, what is this one? Immortal Charcoal, Eternal Gold, which I love, silver one, Eternal Silver, and On Bronze. And they're just cream eyeshadows, and they just make an amazing base shadow. And as I said, they're kind of £5, and they're dupes of the Creaseless Cream Eyeshadow from Benefit and the MAC Paint Pots, and kind of basically every other cream shadow you can get on a high-end counter. But those are amazing for base, but I wouldn't kind of just use those like for contouring as well. So you need the Naked 2 palette for kind of going on top. Amazing, beautiful, neutral shades, one for every occasion, in a really nice tin with a fairly decent brush. just having even one of these, like a neutral one of these, and then a naked palette is the ultimate combination of eyeshadow. You really don't need much more than that, so I have to kind of put that in there just because it's so great for travelling as well, because it means you don't have to lug loads of different palettes around with you. And moving on to some hair care now, I'm gonna go for the Batiste dry shampoo. It's not really hair care, kind of hair maintenance. This is amazing. It's in the Floral and Flirty Blush shade. It's amazing for a few reasons. Number one, because I have kind of like dye blonde hair, sometimes can go a little bit like brassy at the roots, and obviously my dark roots can come through. Spraying this on top of them kind of hides them a bit, and just helps to keep it blonde, and also, yeah, just amazing at refreshing your hair without making it go like chalky. And particularly this shade, this scent, this type, as opposed to like the XXL or like the different kind of like Brit shades in the original, because they all have really different scents, and this scent's really pretty and like feminine. So I get through quite a lot of this because I don't like to wash my hair too often, because if you over process your hair, that's not good for it. So I wash it, I don't know, like 3 times a week or something, and in between I use that, so that's a bit of a lifesaver, to be honest. Nail polish wise, 2012 has to be the Barry M Foil Effect nail polishes. Barry M, what, they like $2.99 each, and I wore these a lot because of the Olympics. I was getting very in the spirit of things and having like gold and silver nails. It only takes one coat with both of these to create a really good block of colour, that doesn't chip for ages, and these were great over the festive period as well. So I think definitely add these to your collection as like an affordable way of doing kind of like nail foils and that kind of trend. Next up we've got some tanning, and my favourite tanning product of 2012 was the Gradual Tan from Saint-Tropez, which is just an everyday body moisturiser, and this is in medium dark because I don't really think the light one would have much effect. But this one, if you just put like one coat on, say you have like a nighttime shower, put it on, wake up in the morning, and you're already like a really gorgeous natural shade. So it's just completely stress-free tanning, no need to wash it off. You could apply it any time of day, no need for a mitt. Kind of just takes the stress out of it completely. So for any lazy tanners like myself out there, you really want to get your hands on some of this. And I know it's Saint-Tropez, so you think, oh, that's a bit pricey. I think this is about £12 on Feel Unique, which I don't think is bad at all, because this is only my second thing of it, and I've been using it since last summer, so that's really, really great. And now moving on to my favourite brushes of 2012. I think this is kind of obvious, judging by all my other videos and every other beauty blogger's favourites, but they are the Real Techniques brushes. I don't know what I'd do without the Real Techniques brushes, just because I really wouldn't want to go and spend loads on like MAC and Stigma brushes. These are drugstore prices, definitely high-end quality though. I've got the powder brush, the Expert Face brush, shader brush, stippling brush, and then recently my friend Rosie gave me the starter set, I think they're called, just basically loads of eye brushes, and they're just amazing quality. I quite like the colourful packaging, I think it's cute, and they're just big and fluffy, and they apply your makeup so beautifully. So yeah, I'd be so happy just to never use another brand of brushes again apart from Real Techniques. Okay, I'm going to move on to another cheat now, which is all the way over here for some reason. And this is kind of like my ultimate 2012 spot and spot scarring remover. So yeah, I feel like on their own they work okay, but together they're amazing. And that is Pseudocreme with the Origin Super Spot Remover. And this is going to be kind of like my 2012 skincare favourite. Pseudocreme basically is amazing for any spot scarring or redness that you have left over from like previous blemishes, as well as being quite good for sensitive spots, because it's quite gentle, whereas the Origin Super Spot Remover contains salicylic acid, an acid anyway, that like really attacks your spots. When you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my god, what is that on my face, get it off. This is what you need to go to. It's £12, and some people think, oh, it's a very small bottle. It is, but it lasts forever because you really don't need to use very much of it. And it's clear, so you can wear it under makeup, which is obviously a massive bonus. So you can kind of be curing your spot throughout the day, and it will be gone in no time. And then when you need to just get rid of like the final bits of it, you can use Pseudocreme. So yeah, they work beautifully together. And obviously Sudocreme is like so cheap. I've had this pot for like ever, and it's still going strong. Okay, and now we're almost at the end. I'm going to move on to something that covers up your spots when they're there. So that has to be the Collection 2000, or just Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. It's just amazing. It's probably starred in almost every video I've ever made because it's just perfect, full coverage concealer that lasts so long and only costs about £4 something, which is just amazing. And it's really creamy and easy to blend as well, so yeah, that's just been a lifesaver. And now I'm going to have to choose between the last 3 I have to end up with 12 favourites. So I'm going to go first of all for a makeup remover that has been incredibly hyped, and rightly so, and that is Bioderma Crayoline H2O, which yeah, it just gets through your makeup like no other. It beats any makeup wipe, and it's so much better for your face because it kind of cleanses at the same time, and it feels so gentle like water, so it's great for removing stubborn eye makeup too. It's £10 for a bottle like this from eBay, and it's a bit of a faff getting it because it's like available in France, but this has lasted me since like last summer, so I think it's well worth it, and definitely worth the hype. Now, last but not least, and I have cut it down to about 12, it is the Tresemme Curl Defining Mousse. Now, I don't think mousse gets enough credit, and especially not this mousse, because I've never really heard anyone else talk about it. But if you have hair that doesn't really hold a curl, or hair that is a bit frizzy and you want it to curl, this is incredible. You kind of just scrunch it through the ends like I have today, and then it just holds like a nice gentle wave or more of a corkscrew curl depending on your hair type, and basically just helps to hold it in as well as create it, so it beats any hairspray. Kind of, and a lot of like curling tongs as well, like with my hair, because it's quite curly anyway, just putting this through it makes it go even curlier without me having to use heat, which is really helpful. So I definitely recommend this if you have kind of like curling issues like I do. So those are my 12 favourites of 2012, just about 12 anyway. I hope you've enjoyed them, and please let me know what your favourites were, and I hope you've had a really good start to the year. Mine's been a bit stressful, had loads and loads of essays, but I went on an amazing night out last night, as I said before. So yeah, now I'm just relaxing and gonna like do loads of videos and vlogging, which is really exciting. So yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, rate, comment, blah blah. And yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.